Okay guys, today we're going to talk about what's in my camera bag. Alright guys, first the Hero 5. This thing has been through a lot. I've completely killed the LCD screen. I had to replace the lens on the front here, and this thing has been waterlogged before. As you can see, I've done some major repairs on it. It's opening right there. Alright, for the GoPro I have 3 batteries here. One is GoPro branded, the other is Wasabi Power. This is the third-party brand that's not affiliated with GoPro but still works just as well as the GoPro battery. Next, for the SD card, you get rid of the adapter and you use just the micro SD card, and it's a SanDisk Extreme Plus 32 gigabytes. It's not that big of an SD card, especially if you're filming at 90 or 120 frames a second, so I'd recommend getting a larger one. For accessories for the GoPro, we'll go with the poles first from GoPole. So this one extends so you get more of a reach, kind of like a selfie pole thing, for, you know, if you need more of a reach in the water or you're on a bike or whatever you want to do. This one is just basically a pole right here, and you just attach your GoPro right on top like this. And I've had this one for almost 3.5 years and it still works just like I got it new. If you're using the Hero 5, make sure you put it in a housing. No matter, really, especially if you're doing stuff in the water, because mine got waterlogged, and even though they say it's waterproof, eventually you'll most likely encounter problems with it getting waterlogged or buttons not working, LCD screen not working. So definitely put this thing in a housing, and then attach the floaty housing if you'd like to not let it sink, because these are basically rocks without the floaty back door. Next I have the GoPole dome. This thing is great. You just put your GoPro in the back here in this little housing here. Attach it to whatever product you have. For me, I just attach it like that and you're good to go. You can get the over-under shots. I've gotten some crazy footage on this, and really all around a great product, especially for the price. Next, most likely what I'll be using my GoPro from now on for the POV shots, since I've been using just Sony a6000 recently. GoPro is just attached to the top of my housing, or I just don't attach it at all, especially if I want to focus more on the Sony a6000. Then this is just going to be the camera that does my POV shots, and this is the little mount that I have. And I have a little attachment there for a leash so I don't lose it as well. This GoPro accessory is the Lumecube GoPro mount. So basically you mount your camera in the top, in the middle there, put your Lumecubes on the side there, and my Lumecube is busy being the light right now, so I'll show you that in a minute. But all around great product if you're shooting in the night or evening or early morning. Alright, so this is the Lumecube. I have it attached to this little, it's not a Gorilla tripod, but it's one of those bendy tripods for lighting and stuff, or if you want to be a vlogger you can go like that. The special thing here, the Lumecube, amazing product, super bright, as you can see, very, very bright. And if you get like a ton of these, I know if one person that has like an 8 Lumecube rig, and he's made his whole little housing rig for the Lumecubes is crazy. So, okay, my favorite thing right here, the Sony a6000. This camera is a great camera, especially for the price. If you're looking to get into any kind of photography at all, especially surf or water photography, this is definitely the camera to go with, in my opinion, of course. And that's because you can get housings for inexpensive that work generally okay. So with the Sony a6000, depending on which package you get or where you purchase from, it'll come with a, for sure, a 16 to 50 millimeter lens, kit lens. It'll be a little zoom and zoom out here. Focus ring, that also counts as a little zoom ring. And the kit lens does just fine. In my opinion, the autofocus isn't the best on it, and I did drop it on its like right here, so I completely messed up the autofocus even more. So then I went out and got a Sigma 30mm lens. This thing is absolutely amazing. As you can hear, it kind of shakes, but that's normal. That's like the sensor or something, I can't remember, but I read about it. It's normal. I freaked out, but it's okay. Next is my Meikon housing for the Sony a6000. All around great housing, especially for the price. It's inexpensive, but you get what you pay for. So a little warning, if you're shooting out in the water, any surf or larger surf, when you're going under a wave and it's going like this and it's barreling right under you and you're right there, you don't want to be going out of the wave like this and dragging it, because while you're doing that, you're putting much more water on the surface of the camera. And right here is where the O-rings meet, and if it's forceful enough, water will start to seep into the housing. And thankfully they've installed a little water sensor in there where it'll beep and flash. Also, you can kind of help it with paper towels that I threw in the oven as like anti-fog little strips, or silica gel packets, just to help with any moisture, especially with the lens or the port fogging up there. Alright, so I got this off of Amazon, and it comes like this without this little piece here and this metal part, but it comes like this, so you'd be shooting like this. And in my opinion, I don't like holding it like this. It feels just kind of awkward to me. First day I was shooting, it was like a 3-foot small day, and somehow the camera got ripped out of my hands and I actually got a little tiny cut. It was nothing bad, but it was just really hard to use the back button focus and pushing the shutter button at the same time. So I went down to Surf Ride and got a GoPro handle that was marketed as a GoPro handle, but I just took off the GoPro piece and I just screwed it in to the bottom here, and it gives me a little more stability. Unfortunately, this isn't a pistol grip where you can push a button and it'll release the shutter and you can take photos like this. You're going to have to be using two hands with this housing. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Just wanted to show you what was in my camera bag, since a lot of you have been asking recently. Takeaway would be, in my opinion, get the Sony a6000 with this housing if you're looking to get into any kind of surf photography, shore break, water, anything at all. Day-to-day camera, Sony a6000, super great, compact design, and a lot of different lenses for you to choose from. Next, if you like any of these prints here, they're for sale. Go to my website, waysofvahi.com. They're all for sale there. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.